After last week's devastating premiere that left fans mourning Monica's death, Grey's Anatomy returned with a more hopeful tone in Episode 2 and the much-anticipated comeback of Kelly McCreary as Maggie. Her appearance offered some much-needed comfort and nostalgia, especially as the characters continued to deal with the emotional fallout from Monica's tragic loss. Maggie returned to Seattle primarily to support Amelia, who has been consumed by guilt and grief since Monica's passing. In one of the episode's lighter moments, Maggie accidentally called the late doctor Veronica, a small but telling sign of just how disoriented everyone has become since the tragedy. Amelia, however, remained inconsolable, blaming herself for everything that happened. She admitted to Maggie and Meredith that she should have turned down the first surgery, that perhaps Monica's death was on her shoulders. But her friends quickly reassured her that she wasn't to blame. Maggie gently reminded her that in medicine, complications sometimes occur without reason. Meredith echoed the sentiment, insisting Amelia wasn't the villain in this story. The moment was both heartbreaking and healing, a reminder of how much these women have held each other up through countless personal and professional storms. But Maggie didn't come back to Grey Sloan only to console her old friends. She also had a life-changing secret to share. During her visit, Maggie dropped a bombshell. She's pregnant. And not by Winston or anyone she's dating. The father is a sperm donor, whom Meredith and Amelia jokingly dubbed McDunner. While the pregnancy came as a surprise, Maggie seemed confident in her decision to move forward as a single mother. Still, she wasn't sure whether to tell her ex-husband Winston about it, a detail that added another layer of tension to her return. Meredith and Amelia, though genuinely happy for Maggie, didn't shy away from being honest about how challenging it is to balance motherhood and a demanding career. Meredith, who continues to struggle with memories of her own mother, spoke candidly about the sacrifices that come with being a working mom in medicine. Yet she encouraged Maggie to embrace the joy that comes with new life, telling her that the baby would fill her world with hope in ways she never imagined. The episode's final scene, Maggie and Meredith sitting on the carousel bench together, was a touching nod to Grey's Anatomy's legacy, symbolizing how the show often finds beauty in pain. Meanwhile, the episode also set the stage for Amelia's uncertain future at Grey Sloan. After months of emotional strain and years without a real break, Amelia confessed to Richard that she's considering taking a sabbatical. Her decision didn't come as a shock. Between Monica's death and her own burnout, she clearly needs time to heal. When Richard asked where she might go, Amelia replied cryptically, "Somewhere my people are." Her words hinted at a potential new chapter for her character, one that could take her away from Seattle, at least for now. Elsewhere, several other staff members faced big changes of their own. Richard stepped up to temporarily handle some of Teddy's duties, while she reevaluates her role as a hospital administrator, unsure if she still wants to be a suit. Meanwhile, Bailey promoted Ben to chief resident after his quick, decisive action during a dramatic forklift-related emergency. A moment that reminded everyone why he's one of the hospital's best. On the relationship front, the messy triangle between Lucas, Simone, and Wes finally boiled over. Simone tried to clear the air with Lucas, but things went south quickly when he realized that Wes, the guy who's been hovering around her for weeks, is the one she's seeing. Hurt and betrayed, Lucas stormed off, leaving Simone to face the awkward aftermath. The emotional turbulence didn't stop there. Link continued his physical therapy after nearly dying in the previous episode, but behind his determination